Hello.
Hello.
Right.
We're back with Vampyr. We're right back where we started from, or whatever.
No Super Bowl special this year.
No, just this ugly mug.
Yeah. So no talking about them footballs. Hey, how about them Bengals? Huh? When do they start letting India play in the football? Isn't it the Bengals one of the teams?
Yeah, but Bengals are a type of tiger,
Yes.
and that's all it is. They don't need to let those Indians play
They're
anything.
Bengal tigers from India.
So?
So Indian.
But they're terrible at football.
I know.
They're great
That's
programmers. No, they're not.
Mm.
My own personal bias there.
What's going on with that doorway? Is that just unloaded textures while it's gray out there?
What? No, it's just London.
Oh, okay.
It's just London. That's probably the best graphics this game has, is when it's just gray ass London. But yeah, is it this? No, it's the Rams. So yeah, why aren't the Scottish playing? That's where Rams come from, right? The Highlands of Scotland.
I don't think. Oh no.
I have no idea. I'm just
general mountainous regions.
I went and did a bunch of extra side quests. I explored an extra entire portion of the map, so we now have a lot more people that I've discovered in here and helped, but I haven't rested yet. I have leveled up more than what we were because I was able to do a bunch of side quests which let me do that. I read online that the only way to raise the mesmerized level is by progressing the story.
Yeah.
But I think that's bullshit because there's a point before you get level 2 that you would actually need to progress the story. Like, it's an alternate way of progressing the story. So I'm assuming that if you start killing people, you can raise that.
Okay.
And that people online are dumb, but that's a normal thing. I didn't remember if we'd done this part yet.
I don't remember this at all.
I mean, it's a talking park, so...
Yeah, but I don't remember this room talking to the guy here.
I have something important to tell you.
This strain of
Yeah, I don't think we did this.
Okay.
It's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Oh yeah, and I got all the girls' secrets, so I could have changed the way that we did things, but I looked ahead of what I looked ahead what the 3 options were, and I still went with our already decided option. The unlocked one is to charm her, and you say forget this pursuit. She does, and she becomes a crazy vampire. There's one where you embrace her, and you just straight up kill her and get the experience right there.
Yes.
But yeah, you could have made her into a crazy killer in her hospital, which was an option of just breaking her mind.
Okay.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that's a mismatching.
There's a lot we're not
The one guy saved from the sewers, and his friend told me to go find him. They're gay lovers.
Okay.
And they both were in the war and were locked in or buried under some bodies or something like that. They had a cave in, and so that's why they both have phobias and I don't know. Everyone's fucked up in this town.
Yeah, it's London. I may turn it into my realm.
I admit it did occur to me.
I still wish that these had the Mass Effect way. This is Paragon, this is other.
Wishful thinking, but
It makes more sense in Mass Effect due to the more action.
sway.
Well, just the action oriented of it. That
no, thank you.
they just want to tell you what is the moral. This one's a lot more about learning about people and
Yeah.
making choices based on that. So having
I learned that some old lady her son is murdering people, and when you can choose who to like give this victim's necklace to. I give it to the mom, and she's like, "Oh, the day has finally come." Like, what? You fucking know that your son's a murderer? And she's like, yeah, he told me about it. Why haven't you gone to the cops?" Well, if anybody else goes forward, I'll totally go forward, but right now, I can't be the person that causes his death.
Yeah.
It's like, I can totally see this, and you actually have the options of like, yeah, it's a hard choice. You're a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Or, I completely agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's kind of a hard choice.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to see our sister's funeral that for some reason is taking place at night.
Yes.
More shit?
Also, if you're not doing it, who the fuck's organizing her funeral?
That's a good question. I mean, I did just come back from the war and murder her, so I assume that she has friends or family aside from me.
But any
Will I see dear Papa?
That's what I mean. Any family she has is your family, so like, why haven't you like?
Or she was married.
Well, that too, but
Yeah,
you know,
give me no
you'd think
surprise.
you'd have heard about, been involved.
Who was that we just got new information about? Ackland or something?
Hell if I know.
Don't think it was Strickland. Oh,
Yeah, that was a
this
little
guy.
chug-a-lug. I'm
I'm quite
busy
busy
looking
right
somewhat
now,
like a
Dr. Reed.
monkey. Ook, 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 banana.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a monkey face.
Maybe it was the other doctor.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Give me my free experience by talking.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Okay, I was about to say this guy looks like Egon, and now he's talking about Aykroyd.
Ackroyd was the doctor we were just talking about.
Yes, but
Tell me, Thoreau, what's the real cause of your dislike for Dr. Ackroyd?
He refuses to admit that your
he also
blood
keeps talking about
transfusion
Crystal Head
is the only
vodka.
way to save Mr.
That
Phillips.
it's clean and doesn't have any turpentines in it.
What Dr. Ackroyd
Oh
really
god,
says
that was
you
actually a
lack
bug
the
that I just
skills
picked off my
to
neck.
Ew,
make
gross.
exploration
It
efficient.
might have been a spider that I got with both fingers and then flicked that way.
It's a false conceit. Dr. Ackroyd secretly envies your reputation. His jealousy blinds him. I'm not the real target.
You got angry.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental
Ah.
research?
Trying to fight.
Stop moving, you jackass!
I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
Look at you, little boy.
My God, he could...
I am now being condescending.
You need to treat your patient. He's suffering from low polygons.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister.
You're the one that
Yeah.
murdered her.
Mary. I can't forgive myself.
She's just hanging out here now?
What happened to us? I swear.
Hasn't that been what she's been doing for a long time?
Just during that quest, I didn't know she was gonna stay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, you got some stories to tell,
Well,
or things to talk
a
about.
little bit. Did you hear about the Nintendo Direct that happened this week?
Yeah, Front Mission.
Yes, that was the big surprise for me.
The remake, though.
Yes,
It's a remake of Part 1.
It's a 3D remake of 1, and they have 3D remake of 2 on the way shortly
Okay,
after.
I didn't know about
Yeah.
the 2 part. I've only heard about the stuff. I didn't actually tune in.
Okay, yeah, but that was the big one. Like, oh sweet, like
There's no
good
news.
classic Front Mission getting a nice 3D remake to kind of like show it off.
Odd.
This is probably the best time since like the indie tactics games are pretty big right now.
Yeah.
So, like bringing Front Mission back and kind of putting it in the foreground. Hey, remember this old game? Play it again. Like, yeah.
Do you remember the format that it had?
Yes.
It's gonna have that format still.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have.
And speaking of remake / remaster that was also shown off, the Chrono Cross remaster was shown off. And it is a remaster, not a remake. So
Good.
now, actually, I was gonna say that's bad because as we've talked about with Chrono Cross, it kind of needs some tweaks.
That's true,
And,
yeah.
and here's the thing, they do tweak it, and they tweak it to fix something, but they fix a problem they created. So the issue, and one of the big issues you brought up with the game, is how leveling up is tied to boss fights. If a character is not alive at the end of a boss fight, they lose that level up.
Mm-hmm.
And so they essentially admit that's a problem, and their solution is turn off all other random battles. That's an option in the game.
What?
You can turn off all random battles. Even though there's like enemies walking around, you can run into them and just ignore them.
How does that fix anything?
It doesn't, but it's admitting that the random battles are pointless and that the only thing that matters is the boss fights. But then they don't change the fact that if you're dead for a boss fight, you don't get the level up.
Yeah, so the thing is it's because it's a tier system. Once you beat a boss, every guy can level up. But if you're dead during that, you can't level up.
Yes.
So that means you need the random encounters for any character you didn't bring along with you. Because they don't level up. They need one more fight to actually be able to level up.
Yeah.
And it's just...
So
they're making it worse.
Yes, I know. And I'm like, if you're going to make a change, why not just take away the whole... If you're dead for a boss fight, you don't get the level up. That's all you'd have to do. That one simple change would make it a lot better.
It's just you...
Instead, they add in an option of you can turn off random encounters / running into enemies, except for boss fight and story encounters. Like that, it just like that doesn't fix anything. I mean, outside of it fixes the current like critique of JRPGs that most people have of just like, oh, fucking random encounters and fights all the time. Oh, this is so slog. It's like, yeah, but that's part of the genre.
That's the genre.
That's complaining that you have to look down a gun sight to play a first-person shooter.
That
That's the point.
that was Nathan's complaint on Pathfinder the other night. Yeah, you don't seem to know what you're gonna say. Yep, I don't have everything planned out. It's part of roleplay.
you have bullet points.
I only have general notes.
Yeah.
I can't fix that one. Sorry, Nathan.
Let's see. What else did they... I just noted down the things that were at least somewhat interesting to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing another Fire Emblem Dynasty Warriors. This one based on the one I'm playing, the Three Houses one. Because apparently that game sold really well, and I'm now close to, I'm assuming, 2/3 through it. And I'm like 90 hours in. It is a long fucking game. And the thing is that the story is predictable, but I'm still kind of entertained by it. Like, I was mentioning how the guy I took becomes a religious zealot. Like, that's what I thought it was. No, he becomes an edgelord.
Oh, good.
So it's like the writing's fucking like lame, but I'm just laughing at how much it's like, ugh, everything is awful, and I need to bear the burdens of all these wounds, and I'm just like, you're such a bitch. Shut up, you little bitch.
It's Mama and
Oh, it's Mama and Papa.
Dust to dust.
You could say hi. They don't know you did it. Granted,
they also
it looks like you tried to push her in.
Kill my Marys.
Yeah, but then
Stick her here in this
hearing, yeah, he would want to hear.
awful place.
It's have to deal with it.
And also, they don't know that he's alive because they believe that he died of the flu. That's why Mary was looking for him in the mass grave.
Oh.
Please take me out.
So, like, yeah, he came back. They believed him dead. And then Mary was like, I knew you were alive.
Okay, well that explains why he's not involved at all.
Yeah. Even though he's a very famous doctor now working at a hospital.
Yeah. Kind of a weird...
You now know how to make a vampire.
Oh, Mary.
It's only been 4 days.
What have I done?
Make her a skull. Your weak blood, because we haven't drained anybody yet.
Only change. One thing. One thing.
I'd
This
probably
is a
change
nightmare.
becoming a vampire. That'd probably be a better thing to change.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do.
Remember how you asked how old I was? Do you know how many family members
Yeah.
I've buried? Yeah, we know who she is.
What brings you here?
Your graphics aren't that bad.
For company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
The only one that makes sense is the left one. Like, I feel like a hypocrite. Oh, because you're a doctor and you killed.
Yeah.
That kind of comes with the field.
Oh yeah, and that whole prompt for saving the body, I tried multiple times. Yeah, he dies. No matter what, which I'm kind of annoyed by.
Yeah.
And also, none of it changes how she addresses you.
Okay, that's
And a
lame.
young
Yeah.
Eckhart
It's just supposed to be attention.
on cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
She was just a whore.
Jonathan, don't.
That's why she was in those parts of London.
Yeah. Her kindness was,
Her mind
Yeah.
shattered.
why so many men spoke of her kindness
Yes.
was for different reasons.
He just guaranteed a happy ending, man. That's all.
Yeah. You just don't understand the euphemism.
Learn to live with what happened.
Yeah, we're a big boy.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am
Still haven't killed anybody.
to survive.
But I've gotten a lot of people with all of their stuff fixed, so
Weakness.
we can mass level very quickly if we wanted to.
You're doing the work of
And especially now that we've mesmerized too.
feeding your remorse.
We can destroy the world very quickly.
blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're
No, you could destroy London very quickly, which would make it London.
You felt this pain.
Yeah. I'm going the hard path of trying to fix
Trying to
London.
fix London.
Don't want to lose you, Jonathan.
Not trying to kill on the streets of London. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it's really hard to do.
I cherished.
Except for these skulls, which are basically hobos, which, yeah, that's perfectly legal.
It's London.
Follow your advice.
Thank you.
Fucking tip of the hat. Every time I hear that now,
Yeah.
it's ruined for me.
There's a reason the last thumbnail was very much him tipping a fedora,
Good.
saying "milady."
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you.
Oh, you should have said methinks. That's not film grain, that's rain.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, there's another Dynasty Warriors thing of that.
Yeah, I mean, I like those types of games. I
Yeah.
still kind of want to make one of those games because it just looks stupid fun.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't thought about how I would do it. I just do a 3-item system. So that's
Yeah.
your stats, but also your character type.
Mm-hmm.
Should we go down there and just kill some dudes?
If you want.
Should we avoid them?
Uh,
I think we can avoid them easy enough.
a remake of Live Alive.
Yeah.
Done
Which-
it similar art style to Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, it's.
That one I'm like, okay.
I'm excited for it
Yeah.
because I've heard
Same.
so much about it.
It is
in,
one
in
of
the past.
those. It's one of those cult classic JRPGs I've never like played or really gotten close to. So like, yeah, if they make a new version that looks nice, why not? So yeah, that one's really interesting. Triangle Strategy will have a new demo,
Okay.
so if you want to give it another shot, but this will be like it because it's really close to release.
Mm-hmm.
So if this doesn't toot your horn, squeeze your nuts, fondle
I
your
mean,
balls,
It was fine.
it's fine, yes. But that's why if
It's
if
just fucking
if it's
generic.
just fine, then yeah, why would you go into it?
Yeah.
Why would you pay full price?
Definitely not full price.
Yeah. Let's see. Metroid Dread is getting some free updates, but they're mostly meh. It's new gameplay mode, like double health regen rookie mode for babies, and one hit and you die mode.
A journalist mode and a... They're already doing that mode through mods.
Yes. So yeah, nothing
Cool.
new strategy or new gameplay wise.
Forget your old weaker self. What do you
Bunch
want
of hair.
from me?
Oh.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Oh god, he's a dipshit who talks in third person.
Learn them.
Okay. This guy bringing, like... Okay, am I really trying to draw attention to the vampires? Or is the guy that's a black giant thing... That's gonna be taken out of context one of these days.
Yeah, the giant monster. Granted, we don't know. Oh, that's the check the battery
Okay.
alarm.
You're going to pause real quick.
Oh yeah.
Going to
go for it.
Alt tab. Ooh. 7 minutes remaining, yeah. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and Control C.
So
Control
hang
V.
on, we're making our own save file. We're plugging in because we don't want to get any more restarts.
Mm-hmm. Let me mark this one down as Feb 13-1.
Okay. And how long was it for check when the batteries are dying?
It
Was it 20 or 10?
Oh, they're fighting a skull.
I'll just do 10.
We checked every 10 minutes.
Yes.
And it was like a good 30 or 40 that we actually were able to survive. That's a nice... Yep. Shadow difference. Ha ha.
I'll do 25 just to be safe.
Oh, me and some friends played a very stupid but interesting game last night called On Observation Report. It sounds just like Five Nights at Freddy's. You're controlling a camera, but it's also a spot the difference. So it's not like there's generally the things are coming towards me and I need to shut the walls and control power. No. It's switch through the cameras and then report if there's something amiss.
Yeah.
So, this object is smaller now that I've switched over here. But you can also catch them in the act to where they would be shrinking. There's sometimes intruders, so at one point we just saw two naked dudes in the house that we're looking at, blowing each other, and then as you're reporting it, they look at the camera. And it's like, okay, that was actually kind of freaky. This is not bad. My friend bought the whole pack for $8, so there's like 4 games. The guy's just shitting them out like every few weeks because he has
Good evening.
he has the system already built. Like, might as well just...
Can I be of any help?
I don't know. Have you recently...
I don't know.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for
Yeah, it's not a bad little game to where it was fun with friends because we were all just sitting there and like get like, oh crap, you're like, report it. like this one right here. And
is it one, like everyone plays in like the same room type of thing, or is it like
we were playing together? You don't play it. It's not supposed to be a multiplayer game.
Yeah,
like
okay.
a lot of streamers are not playing.
That's what I mean. Like,
it is a solo game. It's just we had one person controlling the keyboard, to where it's just that controls the go to the next camera.
Yeah.
One guy had the mouse, so that way he could report stuff faster.
Yes.
And then all of us kind of took a portion of the screen. And if you don't report 4 anomalies, if you miss 4 anomalies, then it's game over and you die.
Okay.
Sometimes there's ghosts. Sometimes it's like weird mannequin stuff, just like suddenly appearing duplicate objects. It's simple, but it's a good little game to like play with friends. Or I could see it being great for
Very well.
fuck. I could see it being really good for streamers. Like it does kind of like give you anxiety of like, was that different? Did that change? I don't think that changed. I think that's always been like that. No, I'm pretty sure that changed. And yeah, it was a good time. Are you gonna say anything new to me? Because I need you to say something.
Good evening. I'll never know. Have you any news?
I'll never know what goes on in that place.
Other stuff from the
Goodbye,
direct.
Mr.
Earthbound's finally added the Super Nintendo emulator, so
Okay.
maybe play that at some point in the future, because you've never played Earthbound,
Nope.
so it's fun. I've gone through it twice.
Guess I was supposed to go through the back.
The weird one that they showed up. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe or whatever was like a launch title for the Switch.
It's now just a games as a service or whatever.
No, they're adding like 48 new tracks as DLC.
Yeah. Oh, but free LC.
No,
No.
you buy it. It's
So yeah, it is games as a service then.
It's not games as a service. It's DLC. It's standard ass DLC. You bought a game, and DLC came out later. But like, it's 48 tracks for $25. And apparently, as more people have been starting to point out, the tracks are not originally created. They're from the mobile game, and they just ported them over.
Oh,
so a lot
them.
of it, supposedly, it hasn't been confirmed because nobody has the tracks to actually make direct comparisons to yet. But using looking at screenshots, yeah, this looks like the straight up thing from the mobile game. They're charging $25 for this shit. So if that's true, then yes, fuck that, don't buy it. And then, yeah, the last announcement, which is meh, but might as well bring it up. Xenoblade 3! Oh boy, they're making another Xenoblade! Yay! It looks closer to the first one than the second one, which second one was like jokes and boobs.
Yeah.
But
Okay, that's
yeah, after playing the first one, I'm just kind of like, I don't get it. I don't know why you guys like this shit so
many
much.
people love it.
Yeah, to where they claim it's like an instant classic, and I played it, I'm like, it's just okay? I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
Is this a new
Yes?
doctor? Yeah, because he's not the one
What is
that's...
it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you.
I didn't realize there was more people to actually have...
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake.
Do you not have all the pillars unlocked?
Yes.
No, there's one pillar missing. That's the entire West End. So, like, the fancy district. And it's...
Okay.
I've tried
I don't
every which way to get in. But yeah, this guy's new.
Okay. I'm surprised he's not one.
Seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold.
Oh, right.
I wish to
Vampire law.
Mm-hmm.
to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut, order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul.
You see me a good soul, vicar. But as a personal matter,
There are no secrets. from
He's always watching you diddle yourself.
needs comfort.
Diddle children.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me. I get off on it being watched when I diddle the children. That's going to be taken out of context, usually.
Yep. Good one.
Wow, this is really fuck off or
Yeah.
yeah.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden
I feel like this is the generic response for any of those.
Mm-hmm.
is between us and the Lord.
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Now I'll be secretive.
Just know.
Just know.
And not in a hillbilly sense.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
Yeah, that doesn't scream of guilt.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll sense motive on that.
I see. And how are you?
Yeah,
feeling,
see.
my son?
This is the same as this. Feeling responsible and
One is
feeling responsible.
One is emotional. One is action.
Yeah.
She died because of me. Because of my actions, I feel guilt.
She died.
It's a
because
it's
of me.
a very narrow
Anger,
difference.
yeah.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is
Are you a vampire?
Ask your question, Vicar.
what would you like her to know?
It wasn't me! Wow, all of those, this is the only one that's not... It wasn't me. I don't have responsibility for this. He's not taking responsibility for this.
Yeah. Yeah, you can only ask for forgiveness in this situation.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only logical... Well, now you're just admitting it.
There's no excuse. My dear Mary. Forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now and live your life.
Gonna go kill some people!
Mm-hmm. The way she would have wanted you. Now I'm gonna go kill some hobos in the alley because they attacked me. Ha ha!
Whatever happened to Doc is between my sister and I.
Yes, it does. I'm watching.
Fucking from, Valheim, Thor just appeared. Odin appears in the background. No, watching you. Playing to the wrong god, by the way, but hey.
Yeah, y'all got it wrong. Toodles.
I loved the system from Black and White, to where the gods are basically just the power of belief.
Mm-hmm.
And I think actually it's the same in American Gods, the book by Neil Gaiman. But I would like more games like that, to where your actions determine your power level. I want another Black and White, really.
No,
that's really what I'm kind of getting at.
I enjoyed Black and White 1 and 2 a lot.
I never played 2.
2 is a lot more of a strategy game.
Yeah, I heard, because you could choose like a warlike god, and
Well, just you were the objective was pretty much always destroy the enemy tribe. It was never
I loved converting the enemy tribe.
That's
whenever
what
it was the other one, by throwing rocks at them, and they would start to pray to mine, and then I would grow my influence in their area and start performing miracles, and slowly what's your...
It's that's they would,
I loved that.
The first one was about creating. They would give you unique scenarios. It was more like puzzle solving. Where the second one is very much, here's the enemy, here's you. You either build a war tribe and attack them, or you make your place so fucking nice looking that the enemy just starts coming over and living in your area.
Yeah.
So it was a lot more simple, but things felt more effective. Also, because it was co-directed by Molyneux and the former director who made StarCraft. And I remember seeing interviews and stuff where they were both talking one of the things, the StarCraft guy and Molyneux were sitting there saying is so one of the things I'm constantly being told, or we first established early, was Molyneux saying so you know how in your game, how in StarCraft, you just have you could send a standard Marine and he could destroy entire buildings. Let's not do that. Let's actually create damage types that have to be used. So a bunch of swords guy can't destroy a wall.
Okay.
They can pluck away at it, they can remove some HP, but they cannot completely destroy a building because they don't have the tools. That's where you need artillery and catapults and stuff, or your
I
giant
need to fucking
creature.
deal with this fucker.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a more narrowed approach than one, but they took advantage of that by actually like having more interesting game mechanics.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good game in general. I also like that to be evil. Your best thing you do is build apartment buildings. Stack your houses on top of each other and create these giant trash towers that like then the enemy can cause earthquakes and just knock them over because they had full physics and everything involved in the game. Where yeah, being a good guy meant like every house has to have a certain amount of distance from each house. You got to give everybody lawns and like decorations and make this really nice looking city. Where yeah, if you're evil, just stack people on top of each other and just make their lives miserable.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. At one point, I know I stacked a building as tall as I could build it and then tipped it over just to watch it. But yeah, no, fuck, what were we just saying? You wanted a new black and white.
God game, kind of...
Oh, that's right. Another game that's similar that I played a long time ago. Ubisoft make it. It's called From Dust. Have you heard of it at all?
No.
It's similar. I don't know if I can't remember directly if it was a like worship-based game, but it was a game where you have these little tribe people on an island or something like that, and they worship you, and you as God, all of your powers are all about changing the landscape. You can pick up sand and pour sand, and that raises the ground.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun game as well. So like, it's just unfortunate because it's Ubisoft. You have to Uplay account and all the bullshit. So it's annoying to actually play it.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a fun one. There was a level I specifically remember of like this tiny island, and waves keep hitting the island, and every time a wave comes, it's slightly bigger and bigger till eventually it's going to engulf the island. So you have this mad dash of trying to create enough land to raise the island so that the waves don't take away your entire civilization. And just like, yeah, because you could do stuff like create lava, create wind. It was all, terraforming, essentially, is your miracles. And so yeah, that was a fun game in that kind of like God genre.
Yeah, they've got a lot more chaplains now.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Bonk.
Ooh, they hurt.
Since we've already talked about some remasters and remakes of video games, time for some remaster and remakes in TV. Did you hear that Futurama's coming back?
Yes, I also heard that Bender's not going to be a part of it.
Oh, really? Like Bender the character or the voice actor?
Voice actor. And
Okay.
people are... we had this full discussion about this last night, to where people are like, oh, well, they shouldn't have the character on because the voice actor kind of was the character. I'm like, no. And like we went into other forms of media where that's a thing, and
Yeah,
like
it's been done before.
like me and Alicia brought up SpongeBob, like the creator and voice actor for it died, and they're like, the voice actor didn't die. I'm like, the original voice actor died because he was the creator. No, we know the... Yes.
Steven Hillenburg didn't voice SpongeBob.
Yes, he did, for the first 3 seasons.
No! Really?
Yeah. We looked it up last night, too.
I never knew
That
that.
barely touched me. This guy is fucking tough. Order. Yeah. Oh, I forgot I have superpower. Let's just do it, because I'm gonna... have time.
Oh, right. It's just blood explosion. Forgot all about that.
I love doing that, though. Yeah, clarify that for me because I know that someone looked it up and they said first 3 seasons, but I would like that confirmed.
Yeah, 'cause I thought it was always. I remember his name now.
I remember you.
Oh.
Oh boy, our vampire daddy is a deer god.
Are you Mad Mac Nicholson from Hannibal?
This is your doing.
Make me.
You
Make me this.
made me. Made me this creature.
The devil.
I am the land. You are our champion.
What? Why choose me?
You selected me. Chose me.
As shall my children yet to
What is it you seek?
What is it you
IMDb
seek?
sucks.
this age.
Just everything is a button that takes you to something else.
Yeah.
An older rage brewed in a cold.
My friend used to work for them doing all that stuff.
Something to do with the
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat
What?
the serpent
Seek truth.
irons.
Defeat the serpent of knowing.
Fuck my phone, I'm using my laptop.
Okay.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
Okay. So, game, where should I head?
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity?
Maybe? Okay,
Or
good.
was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
Let's break down some shit. Silver mirror. That's new. Oh yeah, I went back to my the place where I died and I found my watch.
Oh.
In the beginning of the game, he's like, "I have a watch just like this. I actually found it."
He did not voice SpongeBob at all.
What?
He is only known for voicing Potty the Parrot, a minor in a movie and the TV series Potty Minor Party Extra. He did not voice SpongeBob at all.
Then how did someone look it up last night and say that it was the first 3 seasons?
Because people are retarded.
Or IMDb is?
I mean, it's got full credits on everything. In the movie, SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, he was Baby and Stroller. Like, this is I've done multiple Google searches of Steven Hillenburg voiced. None of them are SpongeBob.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it's one of those things of
What about just typing in the voice of SpongeBob and, like, does that have multiple listings?
SpongeBob. Tom Kenny, who is the new voice of SpongeBob. Tom Kenny, yada yada. Kenny speaking at 2018 WonderCon. Did the voice of SpongeBob died?
Okay, there's an actual. So this is a Mandela effect thing.
It seems like it. Steve, who came to work on SpongeBob. Yeah, see, like right there, that doesn't. One of the drop-down Google questions. Did the voice of SpongeBob die in 2016? The response: Hillenburg announced he was diagnosed with ampulocollateral sclerosis in 2017, but said he would continue to work on SpongeBob SquarePants as long as possible. He died in 2018. That doesn't say he voiced him. That doesn't say the voice of SpongeBob died. That's it, because Steven Hillenburg was the director, the creator. Did they change the voice of SpongeBob? It's probably because he just couldn't do the voice. Tom Kenny has voiced many other characters. Okay, there we go. There's a. Well, this is a forum. This movie voice terrible.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return
Yeah, this is complaining that in one of the movies, because SpongeBob was younger, Tom Kenny was doing a child voice of SpongeBob, and he didn't like that they changed the voice.
You can't hide from the gods.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Even though they have the question.
Well, just anything. Yeah, saying Steven Hillenburg ever voiced SpongeBob.
Neutral territory.
Because I remember seeing Tom Kenny like on Conan talking about the interview. I know the story specifically that he didn't know what voice he was going to do, and at the time there was Christmas movies being filmed, and there was a dwarf in an elf costume who was just like, "Man, these guys are putting my balls in a vice, making me come in here dressing like an elf. God damn it!" And he's like, "That's the voice." So when he just did the dwarf's voice, and like, that's great. That's SpongeBob.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't think it was Steven Hillenburg ever.
The hospital has been attacked.
I can see why, because all this stuff.
Several missing.
Who was the new voice of SpongeBob?
Even the most
It's
murmur
Tom
asked
Kenny,
to be allowed to
but it doesn't
return.
say it changed.
Ever wasn't.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those like these questions are so. Yeah, so I could see how.
We cannot have
Try
people lose faith in this institution.
I'm glad this has become like a...
people who
Of course,
voiced
all right. But we cannot afford a
SpongeBob.
public scandal. It would ruin us. We must
The
restore
SpongeBob
order
SquarePants
and
cast
fight.
members.
And a dead patient. Who is he?
She
was Miss Harriet.
She was Miss Harriet Jones.
And the room was
Kenny,
Found her room last slaughter.
other regular
Blood
cast.
everywhere.
nurses taking care
The
of
duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
very well. I'll help you. I
Very
know this
well.
place means
I'll help you.
I know this place means something.
Yeah, this is definitely falling into the Bernstein Bear
Suppress
Mandela effects bullshit.
the staff and patients.
You need to
It's
know
Grandma
you can trust me.
SquarePants.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Is there?
Yeah, from what I can tell, it was always Tom Kenny.
Okay.
Seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than
Now
man.
guard of
Exactly.
Freewen suspects
And
the
now
hospital
Guard
of
Freewen
vampires.
Fucking
suspects the hospital.
gaslighting me on voice of SpongeBob.
Realize what that could mean.
And now that we've gone this far into this, what the hell were we talking about originally? Oh, John DiMaggio
Yeah,
reprising his role as
yeah,
Bender.
and so,
McCullum is a fanatic.
That was 25 on the battery.
Stop at
Okay.
nothing. You don't
So
know
if
what
you
they're
want to
capable
check
of.
that,
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will
There
put
we
an
go.
end to this.
alright, pause, boop, there we go.
hold on. I mean,
Yeah, tab out to see where we are.
we're at 66.
Okay. So,
And also,
oh yeah, we're gonna make another manual save.
I don't know why I'm standing up to do this.
Yeah, well, because you pulled the plug.
Well, but I'm still standing.
Yes,
There's no point in me standing.
you're not a multitasker.
You can't sit and
You
type
can't
at the
sit-
same time.
Yes, exactly.
I can stand and type at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I put another 15 on just in case.
Sean Hampton
But
lives and breathes
it's one of
for
those-
the well-being of his flock. There's
They
no
don't
way
have
he would
to
go
respect John DiMaggio and not have Bender,
Right.
but I think it's an absolute stupid choice to still have Bender without him. Because I don't think you're going to have Bender. It's going to be one
Right.
of those things, everyone's like, that doesn't sound like Bender. The writing doesn't sound like Bender. It's this is a simulacrum of Bender. I hate this. Which, it sucks that they have to go through all those points when it should just be, Futurama ended on a really good note. Why are we bringing it back? I hate this. That should be...
They've
the
done that
starting point.
multiple times at this point. Though.
Yes, but the first time it ended was it was canceled. The second time it ended was that they ended it. They actually did a last episode.
Oh, I didn't actually see that.
Oh, it's a
I didn't
good
see the final
episode.
season
Yeah,
or two.
it
Because
there
I
was,
stopped caring.
yeah,
I know it's a very smart and I like the show, but
there
it was
the last whatever 2 seasons or whatever that was the part of the revival. It was definitely hit or miss. There was like some episodes were good, some episodes were just like, oh god, this is. You guys were like really early on. There was one where they were making fun of people using cell phones. I'm just like, this is like 5 years too late. Like this was something you guys had written at the time when the show got canceled, and just like, no, we gotta make this episode. It's great. It's topical. It's like, it's not topical anymore. This is so dated. But the last episode is a good one where
tell me about the
I can't remember how it exactly ends up, but Fry gets stood up by Leela or something like that, and decides to kill himself by jumping off a building. And only to find out it was a misunderstanding that Leela just didn't like get back to him in time. And before he splats on the ground, Professor Farnsworth hits a button, has a device that allows for a time reset. But it only resets like 30 seconds. So Fry keeps ending up just as he jumped off. And everyone has to keep going through this loop of him almost falling to his death and trying to solve things, but not going outside of the bubble of Farnsworth where you'll be part of the reset. You have to stay within a certain space of it.
So you have to, so that way you can remember.
Yes, exactly. And so it keeps going.
That's an interesting puzzle.
Yes, and that's only half the episode. That's like, or maybe 2/3. But eventually ends up to where at some point, I think it's probably like Leela ends up destroying the device, causing time to just stop permanently, except for Fry and Leela. They're the only people who are now agents in the world. Everyone's stuck in frozen time. And so they live out their entire lives together in time-frozen Earth, where they explore Earth together. They grow old together. They have a life together. And it ends where just as they're old people just sitting on a beach like, well, I wouldn't have wanted this any other way, yada yada. Professor Farnsworth comes through a time portal and is like, finally I found you guys! Because with this like weird anomaly that kept showing up. That they're like, what the hell's that? And that was Farnsworth searching for them through time. And just be like, yeah, I can take you guys back, but we're gonna have to go real far back. Like when Fry got out of the chamber back.
Oh, Jonathan.
So that the series is in an infinite loop. That's a good ending. That is a good ending for Futurama. That is now invalid. Because they're doing a revival. That's why I'm like, if you enjoyed Futurama, you should be bothered by them doing a revival. Because this is clearly nostalgia grab. You liked this at one point. We'll do it again. Oh. I noticed that dialogue option.
I'm a sad sack. I'm gonna keep doing the sad sack.
You're gonna roleplay. That's fine.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the scowl, I brought him here.
Jonathan.
This was option 1 of 3. That's how I could say it. Also, I hate that statement, or that. How could you say that?
I'm always
I have the ability to. I have the mind to. Like,
people are guided by morals, and morals prevent people from saying certain things. We don't make morals an important part in our ability to judge ideas, so it's alien to us.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the
And did you do it between the legs?
Her name was Amelia. And
Little
no,
scissoring going on, perhaps?
just a little time of the month for you.
a very long time ago
Like,
that I would never take another life.
end of sentence. Period, as it were.
Is there sufficient vitality?
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly,
Should come with me and kill some
Yeah,
Pewin
it's like-
boys.
Yeah, there's all sorts of dickheads who just kill people. We can eat them.
Surrounds us, rich, vital. How can you resist?
over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink
Mostly
for
soy
sustenance.
milk.
And though I still thirst,
Oh, have you seen
restrain myself.
the Meat is Misogyny?
Yeah,
woman?
yes.
Oh my god, I watched so much of it, and it was so infuriating, because I'm like, I hate to say this, I know a lot of fucking science about nutrition now that, like,
Threatened by a creature.
I've watched all the, like, working out stuff and, like, actually listened to full conversations with PhD people breaking down, meat and all of this stuff, and, like, there's so much stupid out there that people keep repeating, and then there's that level of stupid that lady was talking about, and I almost had an aneurysm.
See, I wasn't. I thought I was all absolutely stupid. It was all, but because everyone was like snickering and laughing at her, I'm just like, that was the like release of like, we aren't that bad yet. We haven't. If everyone in the room can laugh at this person, then we haven't gone that far.
To me, that was the that was people arguing 5 years ago about something that
Yes.
is now accepted today.
Yes.
That's where I see us heading.
Yes.
There's going to be a large number of people that are on board with what she's talking about. That is going to be seventh wave feminism or whatever.
But yeah, whatever form it takes as an ideology. Yeah.
To where, yeah, all...
It's...
I don't have the
I want to say it won't have legs because it's going to run into baser human instincts of just, don't eat me because misogyny, but we've seen that people will give up very important things in their life for very stupid reasons. So
yeah.
I can't hand wave it away that easily.
I probably should have gone with, should we share this meal, my lady?
Nah, she would have got mad at you.
I mean, why are you so sarcastic, Jonathan, you asshole?
Yeah. She's trying to be reserved, and here you are making jokes about it. Is that the two?
Yeah.
Them two cake boys they are. Little fluffers.
The purpose?
Confirmed bachelors.
Yeah, I watched the same thing.
Well, that's just an old phrase.
I know, but I miss the days of like of
Oh.
England just being, oh yes, the confirmed bachelors.
Yeah.
More. Yeah, I'm going right back. Could also. Oh, they're making me want to go all the way over there, but I want to make sure that this bitch doesn't become a skull or something.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, just save them.
Can you tell me anything?
I keep forgetting this game actually like puts vendors in danger.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about? Poor Miss Jones.
Her body is missing. Good.
Miss Jones's body has gone missing. Yes. The body was brought here this morning. Who could have stolen? That's exactly what I asked
I'm
myself.
worried someone might come for Mrs. Jones and me.
That terrible and shameful times, Dr.
Well played, you dirty, dirty bitch.
Goodbye, Mr. Jones.
I will eventually get into that more, goddammit. Up to it. Okay. I guess we're just gonna run that way then.
But yeah, definitely the Futurama thing. I'm just don't. Everyone out there, just don't.
Again, I haven't watched the last season anyways, so I don't have a dog in the race.
Well, it's
I don't have a
not
horse
even
in the
that.
race.
It's
I fuck up this saying a lot.
yeah. It's more of just like you enjoyed the original Futurama, right?
Oh yeah, I loved it.
And we know the first revival was like I said, hit or miss at best. So how much better could this possibly be? What stories do they have that remained untold? It's just a sad excuse to bring back nostalgia, which I just found this out today before coming over. Guess what other series is getting a nice remake? Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I think I saw something on that.
Yeah, it was because Super Bowl pregame crap was happening, where everything's a commercial. So they're interviewing like the new star, and it's Will Smith is executive producer. He's all on board, and they're gonna make a serious drama out of it. And just like
90s sitcoms aren't allowed to just be.
yeah,
Well, actually, fun isn't just.
well yeah, it's fun isn't allowed to be because they're I know. Well, we could say so much about the black community through this It's like the original was saying something about the black community. It just wasn't doing it directly.
No, it was saying it quite well. They had plenty of full here's the racism that they faced, but also the problems that they put on themselves.
Yeah.
Because he was a successful judge and a very successful family.
Yeah.
And amongst their friends, they were treated well. But if they went outside those bounds, they could still be treated poorly because of the color of their skin.
Well, I'm just speaking like in the general terms of like it was talking about different places in society, and rather than just blatantly make that the oddity of the someone from the lower area, Will Smith's character, and the rich family, like doing what show was it? The one with the little guy. What you talking about, Willis? Gary Coleman show. Fucking what was it? I can't remember. But that one where it was a black kids getting adopted by rich white folk, and that was the dynamic. They have a poor black person go into a rich black family to say it's about the two societal strands, not a race thing, and rather than just blaming the weirdness on black versus white, it's the poor versus rich dynamic, and showing that black people and white people can occupy both levels.
Yeah.
But they can still explore that without making it a race issue. But guarantee the new one's gonna be a big old sad sack, and fucking everything's gonna be like it pisses me off because everyone, whenever they talk about Fresh Prince, will know the episode, the one where Carlton got shot or whatever, and Will was gonna go shoot somebody because they shot Carlton, and it was like the most drama-esque episode of the entire series because it whoa, this is a real big change of pace and themes, because most of the series is fun, and they just went full on dark crap out of nowhere. The whole series is going to be that episode. That's what it's going to be.
Which will remove a lot of the actual impact of that episode because...
Not only that, but it's going to one-note the whole series. The original was comedy with a bit of drama. This is going to be nothing but drama, so everything's going to be bland and...
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to have the sting of the drama when you always only have drama. You need lulls to make the denouement actually hit.
So yeah,
I fucking know story writing too well for me to.
It's not even
it's classic story writing.
That's what I mean. It's not even difficult stuff. I've learned this stuff without taking any I took 1 or 2 different story writing classes, possibly. They might have just been general English classes. Yeah, I think I took 1 creative writing.
Oh, it actually
came up with that. That was quick and died.
But that might have paused the game, so we might have actually done.
Hey, my alarm went right at this. I was right to say 15. Well, technically I was wrong. Should have been 10.
Yes, but
no, we gotta. We gotta restart. That's.
It sucks, but fingers crossed that it's not a bad restart. Because we've had a few.
Any restart's a bad restart because now we're just sitting here.
True, but we were having an interesting conversation. At least I'm gonna get a soda though.
I don't know how much. Yeah, grab a soda for me. I don't know how much more we can say about Fresh Prince without just it sucks that people are remaking things, make new things. The same argument we always have because that's all that happens in media anymore. So are you looking forward to Lord of the Rings? Fuck you. God. I'm glad I'm not a Lord... I never watched the movies, because then I'm not invested to be disappointed by this. I'm glad... This is making me glad I didn't watch the good shit.
I read the books. I read the Silmarillion. I read the stupid shit. I played on Lord of the Rings UO servers and wrote lore and researched lore of this shit.
I am so glad my entire Lord of the Rings experience is I saw the 3 Hobbit movies, and that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not that bad because I don't have anything to compare it to.
Fair.
Despite it was, I know it's like diet Lord of the Rings movies.
It's garbage.
Yeah, but like it just hits some of the notes of like, oh, here's the cool war scene, and here's the fun action scene, and here's the political intrigue, and it's all watered down version of what was in Lord of the Rings. But because that's all I have, I'm just like, and I know I'm not going to watch anything new because I'm aware that it's all garbage. So if I ever do decide to really want to get involved in Lord of the Rings, I only can go up by watching the original trilogy.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, I know it's good. I'll get to it someday eventually. Maybe when Peter Jackson remasters it in 25K or whatever. And it's just like, holy shit, I can dive into Boromir's pores.
So...
I know, it looks like it's falling out.
I liked a bunch of pages on Facebook years ago, and then they changed the whole thing, so now it's following, it's not actually liking a page. Apparently one of them is the real person. It was the first winner of America's Top Model.
Okay.
Adrian Curry. I watched a lot of garbage back in the day. I can gladly say I don't watch as much garbage now. It's all YouTube garbage, so it's better somehow. Which, fuck, that's saying something when you have an unfunded thing being better productions than what was actually on TV back in the day. Anyways, she is so adamantly against Hollywood that she is one of the most entertaining people to follow on Facebook. That she is just like, I'm glad I moved to the woods with my husband, who is a gamer streamer. She was kind of a nerd. I think it's why I followed her. She was a cosplayer and America's Next Top Model. Like, it was like one of those things like, oh, that's cool. And she's someone that's like against like all of the bullshit of Hollywood of the left, and she's like, I was never a right-winger, but oh my god, am I now. And here's the fucking live your life. I don't watch TV anymore. I will still sell you like beauty projects because I believe that beauty is a thing to uphold. Yeah. And like, huge Lord of the Rings fan. Her husband or ex-boyfriend got her a sword from The Hobbit that was the made-up girl's sword. Right. And she was like, I appreciate it. I know that you know that I like Lord of the Rings, but this is an offense to me.
Yeah, you're trying, but...
You're wrong. And, like, she has a whole post about, like, this is nice, but stop. And I'm like, this is enjoyable. Holy shit, is she crapping all over this new one that's coming out in the most... She has too much time on her hand, and she has the internet. Yeah. So she's going to, like... People are like, oh, this one's going to be super inclusive. Inclusivity is fucking bullshit, and it's just going to lead to crap. We've already seen it before with this one, and this one. These people don't know shit about Lord of the Rings, and they should go fucking die. Like, I'm exaggerating what she's posting.
What she's
but
saying.
Man, is it... Like, and the way that Facebook works now is like, hey, this person's posting on stuff. And, like, I see all of it, and it's like, I'm here for this. I'm here for all of this. It is a Hollywood, an ex-Hollywood type that is shit posting. Yes. And I love it. Yeah. Also, she dated one of the Brady Bunch guys because she was
Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch guy.
But the omelet.
Yes, the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch guy and Peter Brady, or I don't remember which one it was, but it's funny that she now shits on him because she's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a cross-dressing. Yes. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's so entertaining. Yeah. Yeah, I don't I usually don't care about any sort of celebrity, but
Yeah.
man, is that one just paying dividends for an old, like, hey, you post cosplay shit. And now it's, you post right-wing fucking comments on people's pages and piss them the fuck off. Like, I have friends out of the military, they came out of the military, and that's what they do all day is kind of just, like, shit post about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
They're more tame than she is.
Yeah, if they're out of the military, that means you kind of had to learn some discipline.
Oh no, they get banned from Facebook all the fucking
Oh,
time.
okay.
She just gets banned more often.
I need to talk.
Because they'll just shit post and like say something wrong. She'll go to someone's page and post it up there. And man, is it great. Okay, Watts knows him.
Mr. Digby.
He's the current leader of the Wet Boot Boys, the gang of the...
Do they all wear galoshes?
They're dock workers.
So they all wear galoshes.
The thing that... Another thing about this game...
I'm looking for Mr. Shaw.
Really trying to push communism through this game. Communism's not bad. Like, there's an entire communist party that is against... Yeah, and they are... Because everything is gray, here's all the good stuff about the Communist Party that's... They're fighting the gang that tries to kill people, and, like, they're just there to do stuff, and, like, oh, well, they had to... the reason that they're in London is because they escaped persecution. Huh? New people. Wait, no, I've talked to this guy, I just didn't...
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Yeah.
Or a really big mosquito. I can't tell anymore.
He needs to catch him.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and
I would like to be able to talk to these people now.
Hold on. They're having a conversation. You're that dickhead where two people are having a nice conversation at a party, and you just walk in and start on your own thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know?
I really don't know. I heard
Dude's trying to get laid, and you cockblocking him, son.
about the sad saint.
Usually it's the other way around.
Asking Tom what's about.
Which is why you should have some sympathy.
Goodbye.
I was...
Great, see, she disappeared.
I walked away!
She dissolved in your presence.
Any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
Who are you?
Professor Strange event.
Throgmorton, vampire hunter
Ooh,
extraordinaire
cool.
and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter?
So I'm assuming this is the guy who thinks he's super into
Oh, I'm waiting for him to be...
and just being awful.
Yeah.
Howling at
Which I'm...
but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist.
But yeah, years ago at a game conference, at a bar, because that's what you do after the game conference, try and mingle.
Yes.
I was talking to a girl that was a, what the fuck are they called? Like hiring manager or something like that. It's, human resources actually looking to, hire people. But,
I wasn't around to protect him.
why am I spacing on what that's actually called? Whatever.
Yeah.
And I start flirting with her, and a few of my friends that were there start pulling away and like, yeah, come on guys, let's let Ryan do his thing. And my friend Tim was all like, so anyways, it's just like, oh wait, like, she's offering to buy me a drink right now. This isn't the standard type of thing that's going on. Like, we're not talking about programming anymore. We're making small talk. This is... You just stop bringing it back to programming when you already say that it doesn't sound like the job that she was offering is something you would want.
Yeah.
Like, I get that you want to network, but this is a different kind of networking
But
I'm
my
trying.
dick wants to network right now.
and one of my friends pulled him away a little bit, and he like pulled back, and they like explained it audibly because everyone's drunk at this time, to where I think me and the girl could overhear this. Like, He's trying to flirt with her. You should probably. And he's like, I don't care. I'm trying to network. Just really loud. I'm like, oh god. And he doesn't drink.
Yes.
And I was just like, ah.
Identify a vampire.
Yeah.
So yes, I know the feeling.
Can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols.
I wonder if I am actually afraid of garlic in this.
Without being invited.
Have you ever killed one?
That's actually true, but I can mesmerize people to be let in.
What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Oh my god, is this gonna... He's like killed like loads of innocent people, and he gets arrested, and you have to like find out, like to make him guilty, because he's never killed an actual fucking vampire.
They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the guard yourself?
I really hope that this guy's just a bumbling fool.
Yeah.
More of a silent hunter.
I hope that I can be his sidekick and lead him,
Yes.
like, either astray or help him.
Or like, yeah, have help
realize.
him bumble into success.
Yeah.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Oh, it'd be great if I could lead him to the just murderer I know of.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
sociopath, I think he would be.
The sad saint.
They made me angry, so I killed them. Don't you have any sympathy for them?
Tell you how to find it.
No, I don't know why I should. They made me
It's
angry.
nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are
Don't
good.
you feel bad?
Who sleep there.
I feel bad for my mom.
They have plenty
because
of reasons to hide.
I don't want her to have to deal with this.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people.
They're really just throwing the book at this fucking game.
Yeah.
And his faith.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good
Yeah,
judge
I
of
know. It's where everyone's leading me to.
That's fine by me.
But I don't want to, like, lose out on a bunch of extra shit. Because I've done that before. I already talked to you. Where's the girl?
Yeah, she really did dissolve.
She's a vampire.
No, she's a Mr. Sandman.
Still working at this hour. That's what I call dedication.
And she's an Irish Indian.
Yeah, that one.
Her father or something was a Irishman. No, her father was the Indian that came back at some point and married the mom. And she gets a lot of flack for being
To help me locate Sean.
bad.
You better ask
The
Tom
mom or
yourself.
her?
Why not ask
She
me
does.
directly?
Okay.
We respect the privacy
She
of
didn't
our
mention more
confidence.
about the parents.
Only Tom can decide who to speak to.
Just for some reason told me her backstory because, I don't know.
Goodbye,
I asked a question, I
'Cause
guess.
it's vampire.
Yeah.
Should have offered a drink to the
Wrong button. No, wrong button. There we go. Anybody else I can look for? Let's go talk to the murder. Yeah, you.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually,
Love this guy.
that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure
Being
Tom
treated
Watts
like a
will gladly
cunt is
answer.
kind of part of why
This-
I want to find him.
This reminds me of playing RPGs with you guys. Everyone's telling you to go one place. Okay, let's go to a different person then.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
He's talking to
Do
me.
you know a man who lives in this part
I
of
would
town? A
name.
man named Sean Hampton.
I'm Mr. Reed.
I'm looking for him.
Sorry, sir.
He's talking directly to me. The game is
Oh,
talking to
shut
me.
up.
Prefer to avoid.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him.
Sometimes it's talking to you too.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here.
Everyone
Barkeep knows everyone in these parts.
is directing me to this place. And I'm not going. We're gonna play this game forever, John.
I know.
Okay, I'll actually go talk to Tom West.
That plus the restarts.
Yeah. The restarts are killer. Did you ever restart the...
I don't think I did. Nope.
Welcome back, Doctor.
You want to check it?
Nope. Give another 10 minutes.
Okay.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible.
I've been told by everybody you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke.
Don't know. End of lead.
Yeah, right?
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help.
Please, tell me.
I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin.
They fucked that baby, they did. For years was fucking that baby. Crazy thing, no one stopped them.
The important thing is I find...
Try his night asylum. He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Apparently Elden Ring is going to require 12 gigabytes of RAM minimum.
Pretty sure I have 16 at least.
I'm pretty sure I'm running 16.
Good evening, Mr. Good evening.
But yeah, I really should get a new computer.
Interesting.
More and more Elden Ring, I'm not that confident in it. Like, I don't, like, at this point, definitely I'm not buying it day one.
No.
And I don't know, just, it doesn't look like it's polished enough. Which is kind of, like, people were showing, like, got, like, Dark Souls 2 hitbox bullshit going on.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And just like, oh, that kind of puts me off a bit.
Seems like the guard of Freeman is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Hey, big boy. Nope.
Ooh, flamethrower.
Mm-hmm. It's flamethrower is pretty bad. There's also another one that's It's oh shit, that's near death. Fucking let me. Oh my fucking god, game. That was some bullshit.
Oh shit.
He's actually kind of tough. Haha, you can't touch me while I'm in an animation.
Sucks for you, this is a video game. Haha.
Fucking god. Yeah, combat is not great.
Yeah.
Can do it again.
That Chaos Gate game got another trailer.
Yep. It's looking good.
I hope it's good.
Ooh, got a new pistol.
Oh, neat.
And end the fight with near perfect health. And perfect blood. There's skulls. Cool, new pistol. Do I have a pistol equipped? I do, so let's just change that out. Maybe not. It's already level 2, less damage.
Mm-hmm.
Better reload time and magazine size. Fire rate and stun is down. I don't usually fire enough bullets where I'd care.
Yeah.
In the docks we is. That's not a real door. Okay, we've gone another 10 minutes, I would say.
No. Yeah,
No?
well, you know, I put 10 in. Yeah, I put 10 minutes in the clock.
Did you?
Now you want to check it if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, let's check it. Oh, what am I doing? Standing up. I just need to check. Whoa. Oh, because there's nothing.
The Alt Tab 2.
Yeah, let's open that. It's like not charging. It might be doing that bullshit again, or I'd need to fix that, but not right now. Let's get that open.
Yeah, getting the manual save folder ready.
Yeah. And probably just doing that right now, because...
Yeah, might as well if we're already here.
So I was thinking about my problem with it being corrupted so much, and it's something that I learned when I was going to quit the game over nothing. Like I was just like done, and it was like currently saving, and I'm like, I wasn't doing anything for the. I had the game running for like a minute or two. Like you save way too often. There's nothing that changed or happened. Like I talked to a character that didn't have anything new, so why should I save right then? This is just like a new area, it seems.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
Yeah, the torch just...
It stops me from doing the combos of the
Not
game.
just that, but it doesn't register as a swing. It looks like he's just going like, ooh, and like.
Oh no,
flailing
it's a flail because I've hit him. So yeah, it is that, but it's
So is he like, the animation isn't playing? Like
no, the animation is him going like this as he's backing away. It's him being afraid and. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Really? You guys could have been fucking those guys. Okay. I don't know if this is the proper. Whatever. I've never been to this area because it was unlocked just now. And that I absolutely hate because it throws me forward like that. I can't tell when I'm. I was walking funny because it's not actually based on the camera.
Yeah.
It's based off of where the camera's going to be because of the targeting.
So something I've realized using like Google Docs to write I tend to write English, like British English, a lot.
Color versus.
No, I don't do that.
Okay. Well,
but like I'll spell gray with an A instead of an E. It's the other one that I found myself doing a lot, and I don't remember what the other one is. But it will be like, did you mean this? This is how the British spell it. I was like, damn it, I'm making mistakes. And then it did one that I'm just like, no, I know I'm not wrong on this one. The word epilogue and prologue, it tells me there's no UE at the end. And I'm like, no, there's always been a UE at the end.
Yeah, that sounds right. I suck at spelling, but it sounds right.
Prologue.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's the way I've spelt it multiple times with spell checking things, and it's never corrected me. But now it's telling me, no, that's the British spelling of prologue and epilogue. And who guess? And so I'm sitting there going like, is this one of those like we're trying to incorporate American bad spelling as American? Because when you take an idiot and say the word prologue, why would they ever throw a UE at the end of that? Prolog, that's prologue. Prologue. But I know there's a UE at the end, and so now all these I'm seeing the spell check's like, no, that's the proper British way of doing it. I'm like, no, that's just English, motherfucker. That isn't we changed the word slightly based on cultural differences. No, that doesn't happen anymore. Now that we have direct connections to the current culture, we can make direct comparisons, buddy. Actually, I need to look up. Yeah, prologue. Now I'm going to type in without the UE into Google. Unfortunately, Prolog is apparently a logic programming language. And so I'm actually getting stuff on that and not the word.
There's safer places to be than here.
What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, you can't shoot over a fence, you moron. You know what I can do? Ooh. Shooting through the grates, huh?
Yep, there it is. Alternate forms of the word with the UE outside the US. They're trying to make this the Americanized version of it. It's like, no. But some of those words changed, yes, because we didn't have the direct connection to the original British education. And so people... But now we do, so let's not make these stupid changes. We have our version of color, they have theirs. We don't need more of that. We don't need more words meaning the same thing, but spelt slightly different. Stop it. Stop it, Google. You bitch.
This looks like a place to rest. Not kidding it? I guess it's not a place to rest. That's the wrong kind of bed.
Yeah, to have the red keep outdoor?
No. Hey.
Okay.
Shillings. It's just a place to get a bunch of shit. don't know.
Same thing. What does this? Looks like Polygon. Star Citizen still doesn't live up to its promise, and the players don't care. It's like, no.
People are stupid.
Nobody had standards anymore.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
Floating debris. But there's nothing that's like generally broken in the area, so there's no reason for that floating debris to be even there.
It's a decal, and that was slightly out of place. It's a small thing.
That's pretty bad to me. That's someone directly just fucked up, in my opinion.
Like, those would be placed typically in, like, gray block fashion, so you wouldn't see. They're just placing a tile that has that texture on it. Like, yeah, it shouldn't... it's not a good thing, but it's not one of the worst visual flaws I've ever seen.
Not one of the worst visual flaws I've seen in the game.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's a grain of sand added to the hill.
Oi! Oi, you drunk?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening,
May I have
sir.
your hat?
My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes.
I love that his clothes are... They keep talking like they're fancy, and it's just a
That's quite judgmental.
gray coat with some leather patches.
He's got he's got patches and stuff. He has extra design into it.
Oh, see? I'm an enemy of the working class, I is.
Mmm.
I'm a revolutionary. That's what I do all days.
Scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes?
Of course I am. But you're so
Of course I is.
They're not really.
Lazy people like you disgust
Suppose
me.
tie, petticoat, and...
They're not really putting her in a positive light, though.
Most of the characters are like this.
That question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say...
And I like that he does that often.
I'm getting tired.
Call me a cunt, I don't care.
You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all,
10 minutes.
Doctor.
Was that the after the 5? That
After, yes.
Okay. So it's been 5 minutes since we plugged in.
Yeah. Okay. Since the last check. We've been plugged in, and,
Okay,
and
yeah.
you were saying it wasn't charging.
That's right. Yeah, you just don't know who I am, you bitch.
You really don't know.
I really don't fight poverty. I haven't
You
really.
have no idea who I am.
All right. Okay.
Oh, fuck you.
Mass Effect.
I'm gonna judge you based on all this shit and say a whole bunch of mean things,
Oh,
and then the moment you get mean back...
You're a trade union activist, you is.
Class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You a right proper socialist is what you is.
Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
Because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially
I don't-
when it's a woman.
I don't disagree with unions at this time.
Yes.
At our time, I
Why
do.
don't they support
Because there's general ways to not need them, and they are just a large entity that sucks the money out of people.
really happen?
I drank too much.
And,
Strange men.
oh, did you see Dev's video where they were talking economics and talking about how gold has no implicit
No,
value?
I didn't watch that. The live stuff tends to be more unorganized and less direct, and so I just kind of
Yeah.
get annoyed and tune out. So,
I often agree with Dev, and I'm
Yeah.
usually fine with that. Now I'm just like, I got angry because like one, he was talking to an economist, and that economist was not wrong, but I don't think that Dev got it. And then like he was saying, oh, but the chat was the chat just didn't have anything good to say. They were just a bunch of idiots, and I'm like, no, yeah, they're probably not having the best way. And you're also looking at a stream of people versus a guy that's educated in a subject. So yeah, they're not going to be as coherent or to the point, and probably not. I can't write you a fucking essay on how this is incorrect. But
It's locked, all right.
them just going on like, oh yeah, we need to get away from gold, and like, oh well, money has the same value as gold. You just apply value to it. Like, no, no, paper currency has less value because it can be printed.
Yes.
It can be made, and it is properly controlled. It's more improperly controlled by a government, and I mean that's part of the problem that I have with Dev is he's, even though he says, oh, I'm just a centrist. No, you're left.
Yeah.
You are, like, you've taken the political compass test. You're always a little bit left. Don't say you're just a centrist. You're a little bit left. You are left of center. Say that. And I'm fine with that, but... the vampire posters. Neat.
Is that all the, like, story or, like, flavor items?
No, those anti-vampire posters are part of a quest, apparently.
Oh, I'm talking about the screen with all the, that we just saw of all the items.
No, these are all of the, these are the collectibles.
Right.
For, like, extra information. This is the different
quest
keys, quest items, and, yeah.
There's not much space left.
That's true. But I've explored 3/4 of the map, gotten
and
more than
items
most
are
people's
only,
full.
like, a third of it. The rest is being in a location, and the other third is talking to people. So.
Yeah. But, I mean, if we really want to talk about talking to people, I've got a lot of secrets already done.
Is this game just gonna, like, abruptly end?
No, I think that I've done all the side quests out of order. So, like, there's a bunch just side... Actually, yeah, we just got 2 ones. So, there's all of this. I've done a bunch of side quests here and completed all of them that I found. There's all of this, which... This one I don't want to complete because it cancels out some of their hints. This one I can't do until I have a higher mesmerize. This is an entire area I haven't done.
Okay.
So...
I'm gonna say we've seen a lot of what the game already has, and we still haven't even established who our big bad guy is.
I mean, we might have. The big guy.
Well,
just now.
That was clearly a henchman.
In Chapter 3. I was wondering if he was talking in the third person or if he was talking about his boss.
Well, the big bad guy is the blood ghost thing we saw.
Is that the big bad guy?
It's likely.
I don't think he's going to be the big bad guy. I think that he's going to be someone trying to fight against the big bad guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be an instigator of things.
It's going to be really hard for you as the main character, who you're supposed to be sympathizing with him, to be like, you made me kill my sister unnecessarily. Oh, but you're the good guy. I guess I'm on your side now. Like, to turn that around. And we're this far into the game, and we haven't even established, like, the relationship between them to start to turn that around. Like I said, it feels like this game might end abruptly. Of just kind of like, yeah, we took down that giant guy, but we never found out who turned you into a vampire. Unless next time...
No, I don't... I remember... I remember seeing reviews on this to where, like, people talked about the story being complete, and... Was it all that long of a game? I don't remember that bit of it. I'm wondering if it is a
Roughly 15 to 18 hours to beat this game.
that's what I'm wondering how long it is. But that's to beat this game. I probably could have gotten to this point in the game in under 2 easily.
He gave me shelter. He's not always sad.
How many chapters are there?
What can you tell me about?
There's roughly 3 or 4 acts per chapter.
Yeah.
And we're on chapter 3.
Dandy doctor from the city like yourself. Better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Was that a fucking threat?
You really think?
Are you fucking threatening me? Give me a belt.
I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys.
Yeah, so it's commies versus the wet boot boys in this area, which is great. The gangsters versus the commies.
What's the dock workers versus the commies?
The wet boot boys started as dock workers, and they kind of basically it's the old commies versus the new commies. It's realistic.
There are 7 chapters.
Okay. So we're close to the halfway mark.
The 7th one is the epilogue, like, so I doubt there's much.
Okay, so
gameplay.
we're about halfway through.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
Mm-hmm.
She's a healthy bloke, okay?
Can you help?
Or a healthy fanny, that's what I should say. Because that's alright, that cunt.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital.
I actually was talking about commie shit. Recently, YouTube recommended me Thomas Sowell's channel.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I don't watch his stuff, but like he's a very interesting person.
His channel's good because all the videos are really short, like 5 minutes.
Oh, cool.
Of just him talking about the wealth disparity of urban areas, talking about like how current leaders of the black movement will often not vilify, like essentially sanctify the riots that been held in these areas, when it was Rodney King and all these other things, like without realizing this is actually has long running repercussions for why they're still economically poor areas, and talks about like just
wait, are you saying that people tend to make their bed and have to lie in it?
Well, they're complaining about having to lie in it.
It's locked.
That's the point he's making. But just like him talking about the what was the video called? Like the curious case of urban economics or something like that, and just he's one of those thinkers, like one of those people who can make a point very concisely and very direct. So there's like no fluff when he talks, and which is why I'm like 5 minutes of just getting to the point.
That's nice.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I kind of like the longest video I saw was almost 20 minutes, and and it's still a thing. That one, that one was good. That was the rationality of crime, to which he talks about. Essentially, we can't eliminate crime.
Mm-hmm.
Crime can never be gotten rid of. But where we constantly try to act like crime is purely people lashing out. It's purely people doing crimes of passion. It's like, no, most crime is done through rationality. It's done through reasoning. It's done through the situation they are currently placed in, where they weigh the positives and negatives and they take the path they want to take. To where he was actually like making the point of factually, crime syndicates are safer for everyone. We should have more crime syndicates. Because when a crime syndicate exists, they're organized.
The control of crime is better than the chaos of crime.
Yes, because when he's like, there's a house that someone wants to burglarize. If a crime syndicate does it, they will make sure that people they send to burglarize that house don't carry weapons. Because if they carry weapons, there's the chance of killing. If there's the chance of killing, it can happen. If killings occur, then the police will start to investigate more.
Is he actually... Did he become the vampire? Was that the whole... I might have missed that part. Yeah, he became a scholar of vampire. So he's going around murdering. He's the... I thought I was coming here to save him.
Hmm.
I should have been paying attention.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Shaw.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it.
I don't remember this guy. Who is he?
The skull that was feasting on his friend was this guy in the very first day that we played.
Really?
And then we brought him to the hospital.
Yeah.
And he was just sitting outside where Harriet Jones was an old gripey lady.
Yeah.
Where she was just like, yeah, fuck you, you caught, and you're just you're nothing, you fucking doctors, and like, we're trying to help you. You can't fucking help shit. And like, he was sitting right outside there, so he killed her. But he's a pillar of the community.
Tough decisions are abound.
We are blessed, Doctor. Don't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the
So you might need to destroy some pillars for a better ending?
Yeah.
Good job, game. Possibly. Also, yeah, interesting. Holy symbols have repelled me multiple times in the game, and he actually made note of it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood.
I was waiting for something like that, yeah.
And I will raise him up at the last.
I've actually seen vampire movies that have that whole... Guys, oh, the recent,
No blood.
Haunting of Hill House guys did that with, Midnight Mass.
Right.
These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Which, honestly, I think is just fucking a great idea. A religious vampire.
And what of you?
A Christian vampire, specifically.
He was laid out before you.
Because you can't be like a... It wouldn't be a good one for a vampiric Muslim. Because the sun god kind of makes it bad. Have to pray at certain times during the day. Kind of makes it bad.
You could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
I'm not convinced already.
Yeah.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
I'm intrigued more than anything else.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
We'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender
A
myself
threat?
to your judgment.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be a threat. Gonna be a fucking tree monster.
Now you want to check the
Trent.
battery.
Sure.
It's been a while.
It's charging very fucking slowly for some reason. Yeah, I think that the last thing fucked with it, which I have to restart several times to fix that. Which is fine, honestly.
Yeah.
That might actually be saving us from it being stupid.
I don't know. Do you want to move on now or?
Is it time to move on?
Close to it. I don't know how long the sewer part's going to take, and
No idea. Getting to the sewer is going to take a bit too, so...
okay, so
Moving on. I do need to still install the HD pack for Resident Evil 4. I did install Resident Evil 4, but I didn't do
take a little time.
It's just moving files, isn't it? Or is it a
30
full install?
gigabytes of files.
Okay.
And having to unzip them all.
Okay, so we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Yes. So yeah, we'll take a break and we'll come back with some Resident Evil 4. So hang on, everybody. Be back in a sec.